So today we are going to discuss about brachial plexus in simple. So brachial plexus is consist of root, trunk, division cord and branches, terminal branches. So it's very easy to know rather than referring a source from Google. So let's divide. First, roots. Roots is start from C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. So two roots combine to make a trunk. So C5, C6 one trunk, C8, T1 second trunk and 7 third trunk. So it is upper trunk, middle trunk and lower trunk. So further the trunks divide into chord. There are basically two chords, anterior chords and posterior chords. So it is anterior chord and posterior chord. This is also anterior chord and posterior chord. So after chords we have is branches. So anterior chord of C5, C6 and anterior chord of C7 combine to form a lateral chord. All the posterior chord combine to form posterior chord, and anterior chord of C8 and T1 it will form the medial chord. So here these are the just the chords. Now let's go and see the branches. So basically in most of the Google form it will show only like C5 and C6 it's give musculocutaneous, C7 it's divide into two to form axillary and axillary and radial, and T8 and C8 and T1 can give to form ulnar nerve. But if we see here, so lateral chord it's subdivide into three. Let's lateral chord, okay, it subdivides into three. It will give musculocutaneous nerve, lateral pectoral nerve, and we have is lateral root of median nerve. Okay, and posterior chord divides into 5. 1 2 3 4 and 5. We have is upper subscapular nerve, lower subscapular nerve, and we have is thoracodorsal nerve, radial nerve and axillary nerve. Then medial chord subdivide into 3. We have is one is ulnar nerve, median root of median nerve, then we have lastly medial pectoral nerve. Okay, and from C5 there is a origin of C5, C6 and C7 combine to form a nerve called long thoracic nerve. After that we have is from C5 there is a origin of we have is dorsal scapular nerve, and combination of C5 and C6 it's give the origin to the subscapular nerve. So let's see the muscle innervated by this nerve. First of all, dorsal scapular nerve supplies the levator scapulae and rhomboids major and minor. Secondly we have is subscapular nerve. It supplies supraspinatus and infraspinatus. Long thoracic nerve it supplies serratus anterior. Then we have is musculocutaneous nerve. It supplies the bicep, brachialis and coracobrachialis. Then lateral pectoral nerve. It supplies clavicular head of pectoralis major. Then lateral root of median nerve it does not supply any of the muscles. So next we have is let's discuss median chord. Ulnar nerve it supplies the flexor carpi ulnaris, then thinner muscle, hypothinner muscles, lumbricals except first and second lumbaricals and interossseous muscles. Then median root of medial nerve, it supplies the all the flexor muscles of our wrist. Then next we have is medial pectoral nerve. This supplies the sternal head of pectoralis major. Let's discuss about the posterior cord. In posterior cord we have is upper subscapular nerve. It supplies the subscapularis muscle. Lower subscapular nerve, it supplies the teres major muscles. Then we have is thoracodorsal nerve. It supplies the latissimus dorsi muscle. Radial nerve, it supplies the extensor of hand and finger except for ring and little finger. Then it also supplies the all the extensor of the wrist. Then we have is axillary nerve, which supplies the three branches of deltoid, like anterior, medial, and posterior deltoid, and it also supplies the teres minor. That is the simple way to learn the brachial plexus. Thank you.